Hey everybody, my name is Linda Rizzoli. I'm a certified facilitator of the Tools of Access Consciousness. I was just reading a book, Magic You Are It, Be It. It's written by Gary Douglas, Dr. Dane here, and I'm turning my phone over so I don't get distracted. And I was just reading a few pages of it. I wanted to share it with you because I really think it could contribute. I wonder what it could contribute. It's talking about performing, so singing on stage, being a performance artist of any kind. And you can use these same tricks, these same tools, these same ways of engaging and directing energy for your business. Anything that you want to connect with an audience, a customer, with people. So I wonder what we can create together. Here we go. Chapter 12, Performance Magic, Directing and Using Energy. We often coach singers and other performers on how to use energy to enhance their performance and connect and engage with their audience in such a way that they become unforgettable. One of the things we like to do in our workshops is play with people's energy, their musical talents and abilities. The same principles of performing apply whether you're pitching a song or you're pitching a job. It doesn't matter whether you're singing a tune, teaching a class, conducting a meeting, interviewing for a job, or trying to get your product or service into the hands of people who want it. Getting the results you desire has to do with the way you connect with your public. It has to do with the way you direct and use energy. When you perform, you want the audience to feel connected to you. Before you walk on stage, begin to pull massive amounts of energy from everybody in the audience through every pore in your body and your being. As you walk on stage, continue to do this until you know everyone is connected to you. You will feel your heart open a little. Then, as you perform, continue to pull energy and allow the equal flow to go back to the audience. After the performance, keep pulling energy and let a little trickle go back to the audience so they can't get you off their minds. There's the pre-performance pull, the equalization of the flow during the performance, and the after-performance trickle that goes back out to the audience. The pull attracts them initially, and when you keep pulling the energy from them, they experience a pull in your direction and connect with you. When you let a little trickle go back to them at the end, it lets them know you're the source. Because you're an infinite being, you can do this for billions of people at the same time. Most people tend to finish a performance or finish a presentation and shut off their energy. This is a mistake. Never, ever shut your energy off, because when you do, you're breaking the connection people feel with you. Suddenly, you're out of their lives. This also applies to creating a relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody, never break the connection. Recognize you have infinite possibilities and capacities. You can maintain connection with billions of people at the same time. This is the way you sell your records or your books or your products. Get the feeling of what it's like to perform in front of 10 people. In our workshops, before we have people go up on stage to perform in front of all of us, we ask them to get the feeling of what it's like to perform in front of 10 people. When they do this, and then we tell them to revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, destroy, and uncreate all the feelings and reactions that came up around that. Then we ask them to get the feeling of performing in front of 50 people. Are you doing it? Then 100 people. Then 250 people, each time destroying and uncreating the feelings that came up. Then we go to 500 people. Some people get scared and can't get past the idea of performing in front of 500 people. That's the maximum number of people they'll allow into their lives. Then we ask them to get the feeling of what it's like to perform in front of 1,000 people, destroying and uncreating the feelings that come up. Then 500 people. Then 5,000 people. 10,000 people. 50,000 people. 100,000 people. What is the feeling of performing in front of 100,000 people? Destroy and uncreate that feeling. Then we go to 500,000 people. 1,000,000 people. 5 million. What is the feelings that come up around performing in front of 5 million people? Can you destroy and uncreate all of those? Now 10 million people. Destroy and uncreate everything that doesn't allow you to perform in front of 10 million people. Now you're going to be performing for 1 billion people around the world on TV, and everybody's watching you. All of the lifetimes in which you were pulled off the stage and all the things you're not willing to receive, the rotten tomatoes, the raw eggs, the gong, and everything else you've decided you can't receive, will you destroy and uncreate all of those? Everything that doesn't allow you to remember all the lifetimes in which you were the greatest performer that ever was, and all the decisions you made about fame and fortune and how hideous it was to be seen all the time and never have a moment of privacy. Can you destroy and uncreate all of those? We ask people, what's the one thing you're not willing to receive from your performance besides total adulation, total love, and everybody wanting to have sex with you? And we get some interesting answers. Some people say criticism, others say success. What's your answer? What's the one thing you're unwilling to receive from your performance besides total adulation, total love, and everybody wanting to have sex with you? You have to be willing to receive anything from your audience. We did these processes with a lady in one of our classes, and when we saw her 10 months later, she told us she'd gotten a CD together, performed as a feature singer in the Mustang Lounge, and had been having her singles played on the radio, which is unheard of in today's music business. I asked her, how are your pre-performance jitters now? She said, I haven't had any since we did those processes. The pre-performance jitters are gone. They don't exist. I walk out on the stage and I instantly sing great. I never think I'm not going to. When you're willing to receive anything, all the limitations, the butterflies, the jitters, and the worries go away. You can be present as you, singing your heart out and receiving whatever people are willing to give you. That's a few pages from Magic. You Are It, Be It. I'll add a link where you can find it. Receiving doesn't mean believing. Just means allowing that energy to wave through your world and you never lose yourself in reaction to it. Thank you so much. Maybe have another listen. I wonder what you could create in this world if you were willing to perform, to be seen, to offer the gift that you are to the world.